What's up, everybody? And good morning. Welcome back to Good Morning Retro, where we talk anything and everything retro. The sister podcast to Retro Rewind Days of Old, where we strictly just talk and play retro video games. But today's topic is arcade games. I have fond memories of arcade games, but I don't have very many, unfortunately. So the first time I ever can recall playing an arcade game, I couldn't tell you what the game was. I was way too young for that. But I do remember where I was. So I was on a ferry, believe it or not. I was on the ferry. I think it was a ferry in Newfoundland going to St. John's. I am not sure. It was something like that, but I was just a kid, and I was with my parents, obviously, and they had fallen asleep, so I toddled off and explored the ferry and found a arcade room. And I remember playing some of the games, and then my memory kind of cuts off when my father, I think, finds me, and he's a little pissed off, which makes sense. I just kind of took off, and they couldn't find me, so they were worried, and so on and so forth. But that's probably the first time I ever stepped foot in any sort of arcade. I actually just recently went to an arcade. It was a fair size arcade. The games are not what they used to be. Right, I saw a couple old ones there, like pinball, right? I played a good chunk of that growing up, especially if it was in pizza joints or youth centers or what's another place you can find them at, or even just a bar, really. So I played a good chunk of that. There was a Guardians of the Galaxy pinball machine. That's pretty much it. Oh, and air hockey, or table hockey, some people would call it. You got the two-hand, what do you want to call it? Two-hand mallets and the small puck on a table that blows air up. So, and they had that there, but everything else was very new. And then they had an entire virtual reality room, which I thought was pretty cool. I wanted to try that out, but the lineup was insane. And then obviously they had your standard racing and motorcycle races and shoot 'em ups like House of the Dead, I think it's called, stuff like that. But yeah, one of my favorite arcade games that I used to play back probably late teens, early 20s. So I used to go to the movies a lot. There used to be a small arcade in the movie theater I used to go to, but they had a Fast and Furious racing machine, and they always had two. You could race your buddy. And I don't know why, but I absolutely loved that machine. And I know the game itself isn't retro, but the concept, the fact that it was in an arcade, is very retro. Now, I never had any privileges or anything like that to play Kong or anything like that at an arcade. Pac-Man I have, though. I've played the shit out of Pac-Man. The absolute shit. I used to be pretty good at it. Now I probably suck, but I used to be pretty good at it. I used to go through tokens like you wouldn't believe. Now, this big arcade I went to recently, you get tickets. I don't know if they always did tickets. Like I said, I've done arcade games, but I haven't done a whole lot of them. But yeah, I like when you can win things. When you get tickets and you can redeem them for other things. At the arcade that I just recently went to, me and my wife got a bunch of tickets. We went with two friends of ours, and we ended up just smacking them together and getting my youngest a bunch of things. Like I got her a Pac-Man. It's like a graffiti style, like, I don't want to call it a paint job, but for lack of a better term, paint job on it. But it's just a big Pac-Man head, 3D Pac-Man head. It's pretty dope. Yeah, I don't really have much more. I thought I had more to say when it came to arcade games because of certain memories, but when you're saying that out loud, it really ain't much. I haven't really had privileges to, like, be in an arcade. Because a full-blown arcade was the one I went to most recently. So that would have been my first time technically at a full-blown arcade. Because any other arcade would have been, like I said, the little one on the ferry, a couple of machines at like a pizza joint, movie theater, you know, the bar, like just a little machine at the bar. So, you know, when I think about it, I only just recently got to experience a full-blown arcade, which is kind of sad, but it is what it is. I enjoy arcade games. I'll forever enjoy arcade games. There's certain ones that'll always catch me, like Pac-Man and pinball. But yeah, I just like video games. I don't care if it's on a screen or in a machine. So I just enjoy them. But I hope everybody has a fantastic morning. If you're on your way to work, have a great day at work. And, you know, I'm going to try and go with what I was doing before with Good Morning Retro and posting an episode every week. But there's a lot of ideas going on, so just bear with me for now. We'll go from there. Have a good morning, everybody, and thank you so much for listening. See you in the next one.